Gang, if you're watching this or listening to this episode the day it comes out on Monday, the special drops tomorrow, December 21st, 2021. It drops, and we need the entire army of garbage to help spread the word. So if you're not subscribed to the podcast, subscribe right now on YouTube. Tell everybody, your grandmother, your grandfather, sisters, brothers, cousins, ex-girlfriends. I don't give a shit. Just make sure you juice the numbers, baby. We need it. We love you. Bye.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage? It's a little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find out if they grew up to be classy, or if they're just a big old piece of trash. I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day down here in Aunt Tootie's basement. She's upstairs, a little upset. Toys for Tots. She went out, she bought a toy, she went to the local bar, thought she was going to get a tater tot appetizer for free, but that's not how it fucking works.
Okay.
My co-host is coming at you from right next to me. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage? Brand new country album out right now, #1 on the fucking charts. Give it up for Kevin James Ryan, KJ.
Hey, what's up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube, and as you know, those numbers are
True to roof.
fucking cooking, baby. And then it's the holiday season. If you got an extra couple of bucks laying around and you want to send a gift pass to somebody, send it to patreon.com/RUGarbage, baby. You can sign up. You get a bunch of bonus content, AYG, Hard Feelings, live streams, the whole 9 yards. Do it.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to Jack Conte and Sam Yam and both of their beautiful, wonderful families.
Yes.
They're amazing people. Stanford grads, those two. Smart kids.
Smart kids.
We love them.
Couple of eggheads.
That's the way we like it, baby. How about a nice quick shout out, speaking of egghead, to our producer extraordinaire, the magic man, makes us all look good. Didn't appreciate the egghead comment. You can't see him. Give it up for T-Bone McMuffin, Toby McMullen.
What's up, dudes?
What up, T-Bone?
Good to see you, buddy. Very, very, very excited to have our incredibly special guest here with us for the first time today.
From the coast.
This is, ooh, yeah, out there in La La Land. Kids Hollywood.
Roller skating, I bet.
I'm more of a rollerblade bitch.
Muscle Man on Venice Beach.
He's on the rings.
This young man is a very successful, very funny stand-up comedian, actor, and podcaster. Get a load of these fucking credits right here because we got a little star power in his dump. Let's start out here. Human Giant, according to Jim, Two Broke Girls, Workaholics, The Heat, Rick and Morty, Real House Husbands of Hollywood, Spy, Silicon Valley, Ghostbusters, Mad TV, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Ballers, Second Act, Arrested Development, Robot Chicken, The Bellman, Power, Young Rock, American Dad, Hacks, love that show, Late Night with Greg Ferguson, Gotham Comedy Live, Chelsea Lately, At Midnight, The Church of What's Happening Now, Tiger Belly, Lights Out with David Spade, and of course he is the host of the amazing podcast About Last Night. But the big question in everybody's mind today, is he garbage? He's out here doing a corporate gig from Hollywood.
Kid's an earner.
He shows up, good-looking kid, put together, brings his own burrito with him.
BYOB, baby.
Yeah.
That's L.A. if I ever seen it.
He had that on a plane. That was a carry-on burrito.
He couldn't be more Hollywood if he was splitting out with Paris Hilton. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the only, Mr. Adam Ray.
Hey, thanks, fellas. Yeah.
The kid's here.
I thought about not bringing the burrito, but then I thought, I was like,
Where'd
that'll
you get
probably
it?
be a nice topic of conversation. Just a spot. I have to fish through my Uber Eats, but
Just a random spot.
I am a burrito on the plane guy, though. Is that a weird?
Wow. Oh, my God.
These L.A. types. I
Is
tell
it
you.
really?
What the fuck?
That's
Only
bad.
if I'm just a big burrito guy. My buddy called
Where
me.
will you get the burrito? In the airport.
Oh, yeah.
And then just roll on the
I mean,
plane.
that's a risky move if you're bringing it from home, putting it in a Ziploc bag. I've seen that, by the way.
Getting it through security.
Dude, I've seen people, and I have gotten accosted for, like, some of my eats and treats on the plane. I had a British woman in front of me once.
It's a
Turn
lot.
around, and I had a sandwich. I don't know if it was tuna, but it definitely stunk. It wasn't tuna.
Dude,
know
you
if it
can't
was.
have tuna in a pressurized
It's a
cabin.
good way to open. And so again,
Somebody crack a window.
dude. So I start to take a bite, and she turns around, and I have my headphones on, and I see her just through the crack of the seats, just turn around, kind of looking, just like staring at me. So I can feel her staring. So I'm like, now it's just on me to decide when to look up and lock eyes with her.
Sure.
So I see her looking, and I know she's definitely pissed. So I took a little bit more time. I kind of like peeled things down and I even like just kind of for effect was like, because I knew she was watching me, and I was like, fuck you, bitch. Like, I know you don't like this move right now, but I'm committing to it. So I start to take a bite, and then I hear her start talking. And I got the headphones on, but I can still see her and feel her energy. So I kind of then take them off. I go, what's up? And she goes, are you really going to eat that? And I was like, yeah, bro, on the plane. I go, and I got a second one in the bag. So saddle up. You know, it's going to be a long flight to Tucson. And then she, calls the guy over, and he comes over. And I see her, again, headphones on, but I'm just watching all this from my periph. And she's like, so then I see the guy just like, go, all right. And then I see him like do that to me. And so I go, yeah, what's up? He goes,
you're killing me here.
Yeah. Like, but he doesn't want to have to like call me out for this. He's like, dude, I'm trying to fucking make sure we don't crash. Like, there's other things going on.
Who's gonna fly the plane?
There's somebody
put your whitefish
in
away,
the
will you?
cockpit. Put your whitefish away. So then he's just like, can you stop eating the sandwich? I go, not only can I not stop eating it, I got a second one lined up ready to go.
Doubling down on his
and
bad
he kind
boy.
of smirks and he goes, come on, man. And I go, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, you know, we both bought seats, and he goes, yeah, dude, can we not turn this into some sort of sandwich fiasco? and I was like, all right. I was like, I'll take 2 more bites and put it away. Cool. And then the woman was like, she goes, 2 more bites. And the guy was like, he said 2 more bites, and then I'll put it away.
Meet in the middle here.
Yeah, I'm in the middle. I'm trying to, yeah, dude. So
I'm with the British lady, man. That's
Yeah.
trash.
I know,
What are you
it is
doing?
trash. I know.
Were
Well-
you in first class or coach?
no, this was coach.
That's
First
a coach
class-
move. That's
yeah,
a
first-
real coach
yeah.
move.
I was first class on the way here. I was able to get bumped up, and so that's where I feel like, you know, you do whatever the fuck you want.
What'd you have,
there.
Korean barbecue up there? What did
Everything.
You got your own hibachi? What's
We
going
had
on?
Wagyu. We had every flavor of Dunkaroos. We had Capri Suns without the straws. They just squeeze it into your mouth. Yeah,
Holy shit. What is the backstory of Mr. Adam Ray? Where'd you grow up? Give us the whole scoop.
Totally. I grew up in Lake Forest Park, Washington, which
Okay.
is like a real small suburb, about 25 minutes north of Seattle. And
Nice? Upper middle class? Nice? Or are we talking like
there's
Kurt
different.
Cobain's neighborhood?
I mean, every part of Seattle has pockets where it feels like you
Sure.
could go from poor food stamps to like, oh, they got a sports court, you know, in the backyard. So there was different pockets. I mean, the house I grew up in when my folks were together was, I guess, pretty nice. 2-car garage, right? Big driveway.
pretty good.
All right.
A plum tree.
Ooh.
Fucking-
Plum
we
tree.
never put, but it was just it was in a nice neighborhood, and then they split, and then we moved not too far from there. But again, so with my mom and sis, that was definitely like a downgrade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it was just like, you know, it just was shittier. And then after that, then my sister went to a girls' school, and it was just my mom and I, and then even shittier from that in a true like. I didn't want to have people over. Like, I remember the first time a girl came over, and I was just like, yeah, we're just staying here for the time being.
We're just laying low till the
till
feds get off
that
our
app
back.
takes off. Yeah, for sure.
I got drunk and burned down our mansion last night.
You know how it is.
It had a sports court and all.
Yeah, what's a sports court?
That's like
You
in
know
the
what a sports-
backyard, right?
Sports court is one of those. It's like a it's basically a, I guess, tennis court.
Basketball,
That has a
tennis
basketball
type
hoop,
thing. Yeah, yeah,
racquetball.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's an all-purpose.
There was
I
one
gotcha.
guy in our neighborhood that had one, and we would like drive and look at it, like as a family.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
get a load of these
It was
guys.
a hot commodity.
I hear they're playing.
Oh, those are the families that gave out king-size candy bars
Oh,
on Halloween.
fuck yeah.
It was almost like, do you remember when like Fisher Price or whoever had the 3-in-1 like pool table, fucking Yahtzee board, and bukkake,
Yeah,
fucking, you know, it was some sort of 3-in-1.
Sure, ping pong,
There it
skee
is.
ball,
Yeah.
billiards.
There
I
it
had
is.
one in the basement.
You did, yeah.
The Thunderdome.
Oh my, that's what you called the basement, or that was the
Yeah,
game?
that was the basement. It was $5 cover charge. Ladies drink for free.
That was the safe word when your friends came down.
Holy shit. Where did your dad go from there?
So my dad, so then they split.
And how old are you when this
I was,
happens?
Maybe 8.5, 9.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
Sister's older, younger?
sister's 2 years older, and for me, I was like, all right, I get 2 houses now. That's
Double
kinda
up,
how I viewed
yeah.
it.
Until you saw the house.
Until I saw the house, and then went to my dad's and saw where they were staying, which was also kind of a shithole, but not too far. And then, you know, my stepmom was Filipino, and so there's just a lot of kimchi around, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then she would make fun of me for smuggling Doritos under the couch because I was I love snacks. And so so then went back home. Mom and I were just chilling for a while.
Wait, so when they got to divorce, you went and lived with your dad?
With my mom. But
Okay.
every other weekend with the dad, yeah.
Oh, okay. Every weekend with
But
the
both
dad.
were kind of like
How quick did he get remarried?
pretty quick.
Okay.
That's why they split, yeah.
Gotcha.
And so
Say no more.
having a stepmom's a weird thing. It's like, I've always said this, it's like like if someone brings like crystal clear Pepsi to Thanksgiving, you're like, all right, nobody wanted this, but we'll take a couple sips because Dad brought it. Let's be respectful.
Yeah.
But it got real quiet. Does everyone here have
No,
a stepmom?
yeah.
Did
I
just
have
strike
one.
a chord.
No, I have one
Do
too.
you really?
And you took me back to like '93.
it's an
Just
acquired-
the analogy that you made.
He was thinking about the Crystal Pepsi, to be honest with you.
yeah.
This guy seems all right. I don't know.
Yeah, my mom dated some fucking winners too for a minute there. I mean,
Really?
There was this one guy who came over, and it was just such a weird thing to try to, I mean, we were just truly like running on empty. Like, I mean, it was like a lot of TV dinner type situations, a lot of like soups, SpaghettiOs, right? Just your whatever to get by.
So
But
it got tough after the divorce.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't even remember it being that glamorous single mom. I think like SpaghettiOs were still in the mix with 2 parents. So fucking what the fuck, Dad?
SpaghettiOs used to have meatballs in them.
It's a good serving of protein.
Yeah, we went from SpaghettiOs to beefaroni when Dad left. And so she had this guy come over once. And, just when you're trying to impress the kid, you're just going for gold. And so like he came out, I'm shooting hoops. We'd finally gotten a basketball hoop put in, which
was it installed or was it the movable one on wheels?
No, it was stuck into the concrete.
Pretty good.
Which was a big deal. I remember for honestly over a year, it just took so long. And when I would come back from my dad's and you would drive down the hill and you could see our place, it was on the corner in this cul-de-sac. So every time we go down the hill and, I had no way to know if it was put up yet. And I'd always come around the corner to see if it was up. And it was like, oh, it's going to be this weekend. And then it just wasn't. Just, put off. And, that's part of being a product of divorce, just constant disappointment. You're like, is there a hoop up? Just to at least salvage some sort of happiness?
I know.
Nope, maybe another 20 years.
Who eventually put it up?
A friend of my mom's who probably was fucking, I don't know. And so this guy comes over and he comes out and I'm shooting hoops. He's like, hey, do you mind if I shoot some basket shots with you? And right away I'm just like, what the fuck did you just say?
Had you met this guy before?
In passing.
Oh.
And so he comes out. They were, I think, going to go to dinner. He took me to a Mariners game, Nolan Ryan's last game. Actually, he retired in the first inning after he gave up a grand slam, which was kind of exciting. But the guy just looked weird. And it's so weird even at that age that you're assessing, like, the attractiveness of a guy that's with your mom. Like, just the fact that it was a new guy was kind of just tough to kind of grasp.
Yeah, it's a lot to wrap your head around.
But I'm like, Mom, at least you can fucking like.
Yeah. This guy's a 3. What are you doing, Deb? Let's go.
So he goes, can we shoot some basket shots? And then he comes out, and then I pass him the ball, and he shoots it underhand. I'll never forget that. And I remember being like, dude, I remember
it's like an old school gym teacher.
Well, at least there's a good chance he probably didn't close with your mom.
Well, dude,
those are his moves.
If that's your move, I'm like, dude, yeah, it's like to fucking finger here. He like goes upper leg around her asshole. He's like, yeah, we call this the ventriloquist.
Limp Dick Larry over here. Yeah. This guy, take a hike at Tacoma 4.
Yeah, he got friend zoned real quick, that guy.
I hope so.
You shoot underhand, that's a tough look.
Yeah, that was a pretty, he was not, maybe 2 or 3 more dates after. They took me to Taco Time. I remember that, which was like Seattle's Taco Bell. Got me some Seattle Supersonic trading cards. Again, just trying to buy my love.
Yeah.
But, that's half the battle when you're trying to impress a
you got to
kid
keep
of
the
divorce.
kid entertained.
Did you start getting wise to this and start maybe using this to your advantage when the next couple bozos came around?
I should have. The next guy was like a glass blower, and then there was
your mom knows how to pick.
And then there was a guy that just was like, "Hey, I brought you a saxophone," and it was like already wet, like the
a
reed was
saxophone.
like, yeah. But now she crushed him. My stepdad George, shout out to him. He's
nice.
He's a home run hero. But,
she's remarried. Your dad's remarried.
Yeah, remarried. But Lake Forest Park again had a nice. A good mix, but again, like there's just different. I was on the lower end of things where it was like, I bought a lot of clothes from Value Village. You know what that is?
I can imagine.
I can put 2 and 2 together. I don't think it's Nordstrom's.
There's no mob smashing the place to do a smash and grab job, I would assume.
Yeah. There's no Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah, that's so funny that I just asked you. Value Village sounds like
That's a high-end place, Adam?
I don't know. It's pretty weird out there.
There's a Jamba Juice inside of it, right? Yeah. No, it's definitely
Taco Bell, Taco Circle.
Yeah.
It's
like if you can't get it at Goodwill, you can probably find it at Value Village.
Okay.
And so a lot of clothes from there, but Mom did a good job of working.
What did she do?
3 to 5 jobs. She was
3 to 5 jobs.
Oh yeah, she was. Dude, she was a activities coordinator at a senior citizen home. She did a lot of assisted living, which was helping placing families that had in assisted living homes, right? Like the people come to you and go, yeah.
Woman's insane. It sounds
yeah,
like.
sounds like
therapy, family counseling, kids counseling. I mean, just crushing it. So that
There
I
you
can
go.
at least like have a basketball uniform and stuff like that, but
Nice.
nothing too crazy. I mean, didn't even get a gaming system until I had my bar mitzvah and got some cash. And she was like, "You can buy that shit for yourself if you want." I was like, "I will." And then I bought a Sega Saturn, rolled the dice.
Damn.
That
Wow.
thing came and went so fast.
That was around for a
Yeah,
hot
holy
weekend.
I was the only
Sega
one that
Saturn
bought it,
did
by
not
the way.
hit.
I remember even in the store, the guy was like, "Dude, don't buy this." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck you, Neil." And I was like, just it's my bar mitzvah money. Let me spend it however I want. But that game came with like, and it came, the system sucks
the
when
CD
it comes
one,
with
right?
15 free games.
Yeah.
It was like
The
Star
Rays were
Flash.
striking out back then. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a rough time. But
Humble beginnings. I like that.
humble
That's good.
beginnings. I mean, yeah, dude. Just mom instilled the work ethic and
Where'd
also you just go. I think in comedy I found because I was a real big kid, got teased a lot, and then I started to make buddies laugh. So then it was like, okay, cool. I'm not the fat kid. I'm the funny kid.
Yeah.
And so then I just kind of
Been there.
rode that train because it was like, cool. That's truly just not. It's taking whatever the assaults that are coming at me off the table.
Yeah.
And now they're coming to me for goofs. And it just came. I mean, probably for all of us, right? It just comes a little. You're not thinking of it as
Sure.
being a true skill set. You're just like, I just think of something or I see a moment to do something
Yeah.
and I'm doing it without really hesitating. And
It's
also
deflection.
yeah, totally. And also just making people laugh, like just felt good, especially contrasting to like getting the opposite.
Yeah,
thrown
getting a
at you.
titty twister or
100%.
something.
Yeah.
What was
or,
the-
or a titty fuck joke? Some of my friends' dads would be like, "You got time for a titty fuck after you slam that granola bar?" I was like, "I get it. I got a weight problem." Damn it.
Yeah, you fucking dirtbag.
Yeah.
My dad.
Those dudes party. What the fuck?
My dad left. He's bagging a Filipino, and the guy my mom's sleeping with can't throw a baseball 3 feet. Think I need your shit right now? The fuck? Put on the A-team and beat it, will you? What was the?
It's always the A-team with you.
I love the A-team.
It's a great underrated series.
That's right, George Papard. Shout out to him. What was the school your sister went to?
I think it was called Cross Creek.
It was a private. It was a
Yeah, so do you see
boarding
that,
school?
That Paris Hilton doc? She Paris Hilton went to a school similar to this, where it was sent away. She stole my mom's van.
Ooh.
I was at my buddy's house.
I'm sorry. Just why does your mother have a van?
Like a family van, an
Oh, like a
Astro
minivan.
van.
All
It was a Silhouette.
Wait,
Okay.
and
She drove a
Oh, those are
a
It was
maroon.
like a 16 Passy.
She drove a maroon station wagon for a while, like from the Muppet movie,
man.
and then
that's a bad
and then
look,
my
dude.
grandpa was like, "You got to get a fucking new car. This thing's falling apart." So I think it was like $1,200. My mom swindled this guy or fucking blew him. I don't know. So we were at the and we got a deal, and we drive home. And
Sounds
this-
like you blocked a lot of shit.
Yeah, hilarious. It was it was like a space van, we called it. It was
Yeah,
like one
yeah,
of those
yeah.
Silhouette, had that round tip.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was fired up.
Looks
when I
like
had
something from the
fucking-
Jetsons.
Dude, it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Every time we got in, we were like, and
Waiting for the wheels to fold up.
dude, it was awesome. And it was just a new car, right? So that gets you jacked up. So then we sister was dating some guy and just
How old is she at this point?
So I'm 13. I think she's 15. 2
Okay.
years older. And I was in 8th grade, and my mom calls me. She's like, "Hey, can you see if Kirk's mom can give you a ride home?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, why? What's up?" She's like, "Your sister took your clothes. I think your money, probably that was in your little bank there. My money, my purse, my blah blah, this and that, and the car. And I think she's going to Arizona." And I was like, "Yeah, no, so I'll get a ride home." Yeah, for sure.
I'll figure out
And,
dinner for myself
yeah,
too.
Yeah. Did she take the meatballs that were frozen in the fridge?
Jesus.
And the
Is that basketball net up by any chance? I know it's a bad time to ask, but
Play a game of knockout or something when we get home.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Is there something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? As you know, me and the big man are big proponents of mental health and talking to somebody. He just started. I've done it in the past. I can't speak more highly of it. And the good thing about BetterHelp, it will assess your needs and match you with a licensed professional therapist. You'll be matched with a therapist within under 48 hours, and it's not a crisis hotline. It's not a self-help line. It's professional therapy done securely online. Broad range of expertise, which might not be available locally to you, and the service is available for clients worldwide. So, special offer for Are You Garbage listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/garbage. One more time, write it down. Take charge of your life. Special offer for Are You Garbage listeners. Get 10% off. 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/garbage. today. Do it. Bespoke Post, Bespoke Post. One more time for the people in the cheap seats. Bespoke Post. This winter, upgrade your daily routine with Bespoke Post and their new seasonal lineup of must-have box of awesome collections. Guys, as you know, I've been saying it for months. It's cool guy shit you don't know you need until you see it. You go, oh, I got to get me one of them. Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month. They sent us a box. I got a cool knife. The big man and his wife got a cool hammock. I got a sweet duffel bag I take on a road with me. You got to get involved with these guys. They know what they're doing. From winter cocktails to cozy threads, camping gear essentials, Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help you pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up. You can skip a month or cancel at any time. Each box only costs $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com. Enter the code GARBAGE at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com. Promo code GARBAGE for 20% off your first box today. Do it.
So,
Wait a minute. What? Why would
Yeah.
she take your clothes?
She for her boyfriend, I think. Yeah.
What the
By the
fuck?
yeah, and just took everything, and then got
Are
stopped.
they still together? Or?
No.
Okay.
Now she's married to a white rapper named Dirte. And
Nuh-uh.
yeah, more on that later. Let's put a pin in that. And
Yeah,
so
definitely. put
How
a
do you
pin in
spell
that.
dirty?
Dirtay. Look him up. He just dropped a song called "I'm Lost," which is great because you're like, cool. Is this
Dirty
about your
rapper.
marriage?
Holy heck.
Hey, Dirte, he wants his sneakers back, all right?
Oh, that
So-
guy looks like he could fuck someone up, though.
Oh, you found
This
him?
guy?
Yeah, baby.
Holy
Thanks.
hell.
Never mind. You look great.
Yeah. Shout out to him. I'm going to plug it.
Yeah, keep the van.
Yeah. No, so that's who she's with now.
Okay.
And so he's that's a much better choice. So the guy she had in high school.
She's a kid. She's
Kid,
making mistakes.
Got into some shenanigans and
What was in Arizona?
a better life. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Phoenix Suns, Dan Marley. Fuck
I know.
you tell me, man. Better burritos, you know.
I think that was probably their Florida. For us, that's Florida. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to Florida.
Oh man, that's
That's
a
their
tough
Florida.
look.
I think she was going to Glendale. So my dad lived there for a little bit, and she stayed there for a summer with him. And I think she just really got
Okay.
keen on the spot. And we were like, okay, fuck. And then they ran out of gas in Oregon, picked them up, and my grandparents were like, my mom's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, this is just truly.
Is this her first big? Got in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, there
That's
were
a
times
pretty
where she
big
wouldn't
one,
come
though.
around for a while. You know, friends come over, smoke, and it wasn't like she was doing fucking crack and stuff like that, but just enough wear and tear and stress on my
Sure.
mom. And so as a result, I would like, you know, I became a good kid. I think Ed's definitely a result of that. Like, I don't think I was some piece of shit anyway, but I
You
definitely
towed the line from
I
then
was
on
like,
out,
all right,
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking clean the house when my mom is gone all day
Aw.
during the summer, because I know she's already freaking out that my sister won't be home for a couple days, stuff like that.
Good man.
Sweet
yeah.
kid.
Yeah, sweet.
And also
kid.
my
Sweet
grandpa
kid, that
told me,
Gotta
Mr.
like
Ray.
him.
my grandpa told me at one point too, he was just like, you're the fucking man of the house, and like, you know, he was fucking holding my cock while he was doing it, and I was like, this is, you know, so message received, you know.
Yeah.
They
And,
party up there in
yeah.
Washington. it
Yeah,
sounds
this was
like.
in Oklahoma, yeah. And so then they pick her up, and my grandparents were like, I mean, you got to send her to a place. Like, you have no control at this point. And my mom's like, I think something's going to happen to her if I don't do anything.
Right.
So sent her to this school, and it was kind of a shady thing. I mean,
How'd
it ended
she
up
swing
being,
that? How'd your mom swing that? If you don't mind me asking.
What do you mean?
They
Send her
said
to
it
school?
was, yeah, to send her away.
Oh,
to a-
grandparents. helped
Okay,
out,
so
yeah.
they
And I don't
stepped
think those
in.
things are too. I mean, it was probably, who knows? I don't know. Maybe
It was a tuition.
10, 20 grand for a year, probably. Or
Okay.
Maybe more than that. I don't know. But a total shame. I mean, Paris Hilton kind of outlines it in this documentary about how abusive it is. These places, like, they fuck with you. They kind of get you in, and when you go to visit, they're just like, what's going on? Hey, Adam, dude, you want some beef stroganoff? Dude, you want to play some basketball? I've heard about It's
Yeah.
not basket shots. It's basketball. We're having a good time here. No, when you leave, and when we dropped her off, it was like, you fucking slut, you whore, your dad. I mean, these people, like, lay in on them. So she
Really?
came
Yeah.
back more fucked up than she was when she went there.
Jesus.
So that like added to the dynamic of like living in this shithole with her and being fucking like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and trying to adjust and get back to normalcy, and then mom still trying to figure it all out, and now you're dealing with the animosity of like sis being like, you fucking dropped me off and like
Of
left
course,
me,
yeah.
Sure.
and she's already and then when you have dad bouncing and then your mom does that,
Yeah.
like, that's a. I mean, we've just kind of probably gotten to a point in life where like there's maybe a little bit of like forgiveness that's happened.
Really?
Is this supposed to get this real? By the
No,
way?
this is great.
okay,
I
cool.
fucking
Yeah.
love this.
I'm always like, how much to?
It's trash,
really
but I
open
love
up.
it.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
fantastic.
I gotta say,
Trying to paint the picture.
the burrito's making a lot more sense.
Oh yeah, dude. You're dealing with a fat kid that never left.
I pictured you guys like family portrait. Everyone's wearing white on the beach. There's
I
a
was thinking like
log.
fly fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you saying that for the joke or for real?
No,
No,
being
yeah.
serious. I thought
Wow.
you came from a little bit of cash.
Oh man, no way, dude. Paid off my college loans maybe 2 years ago.
Really?
Oh yeah. Dude.
Where'd you go to school?
Went to USC for acting school.
You did?
Yeah, but
that's pretty good.
So I auditioned for the school to get in, and you know, my SATs were dog shit.
What'd you get? This is big on the show.
11-10.
That's pretty
What
good.
do you mean? You're a
Is
fucking
it?
genius.
The mean
The
average.
second highest in the room.
Hilarious. The mean age or average coming into my freshman class was like 15, 70 or
Whoa.
80.
Smart kids.
Fuck yeah, it's SC, man. And like these,
yeah.
so they were like, I had extracurricular stuff. My GPA was pretty good. You know, I tried to ride the Jew thing as far as like diversity.
Shalom.
Get a 10. I mean, and when I bagged,
Right? The
Yeah.
Jew thing.
I just said
Shows
shalom
up like
lot.
a rabbi,
Yeah.
you know?
I picture your grandfather telling you, hey, ride
Every
the,
time I
ride
walk
the Jew
in,
thing.
Really ham it up.
Yeah, always.
Don't ham it up.
Always try to look like. I can't skip over that. It's very funny. Always coming in looking like
They
I
ask
just
you
got.
for a sandwich. Don't put cheese on it, all right? Trying to get you in here.
Always trying to make comments about how I just got back from a bris. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was late. I was just giving a snip. You know.
You guys know Moyles.
This guy's a Jewish guy, huh? That's what Jewish guys say.
Ah, the traffic.
Yeah,
You
that's
wouldn't
right. That's
believe
right. You wouldn't believe it.
I'm Adam Ray, and this is Macbeth.
it. Ay, how all occasions do inform against me.
You know what commercial I love? Arby's. We've got the meats.
Are you full Jewish? 100%?
Yeah, bar
Nice.
mitzvah and everything. I mean, the mom's Jewish. We did both for a little bit. I guess when my folks were together, Christmas and Hanukkah, and then just straight Hanukkah. But you know, even when I bagged groceries at Albertsons, it was like, you know, when I would get tan, like old ladies thought I was like Cuban and shit. So even at one point, the guy was asking me because he was like trying to find the admissions guys, like trying to find other ways to try to like get me in because he's like, fuck, I don't want the SATs to really be a determining factor here because you seem like you'd be, you know, be a great fit. And then they suggested audition for the acting school because they were like, if you get into the acting school, if they take you, the school has to take you.
Nice.
Because I wanted to minor in like acting and then have room to take. Look at all these cool classes. There was like Beatles history, and I wanted to take film class. I wanted to take business classes.
Sure.
I wanted to minor in something. If you're in the BFA acting program, that's all you have your schedule laid out 9 to 6.
Sure.
You have, you know, better teachers. You have class shows. You're truly going for it. But at that point too, I was just like, I don't know if I want to do acting. I want to do it maybe as for fun, but I don't know if I want to make it my sole you know, focus. So then I auditioned and got in, and then they were like, and by the way, I went down. There was a kid who was on the school paper with me, which, by the way, I got kicked off of because I wrote some article where I was, like, cursing in it. I was, like, about the money that, like, baseball players make. I was like, can you be fucking A-Rod? And the woman who runs the paper was like, they printed that, by the way. They're like, they printed your fucking F-bombs in the paper. I was
It's
like,
high school?
yeah. And I was like, I was fired up. She's like, you're done. I was like, all right. You know? And so
That's crazy.
so then me and my buddy ran the high school news program instead where you could, like, nobody was really, like, when we took it over, the seniors.
Like a show? Like a chat? Like
So
a
my sophomore year, it was like a 10-minute. The seniors were
live
like,
with Adam?
dude, it was awesome. It was, oh man, if we could go back and really push the envelope. But it was our sophomore year. All of a sudden, they start airing every morning before class, like 10 minutes of these seniors who just thought they were funny. They'd be, you know, one of the star basketball players was like, and now with the weather, it's Yusef Arifi Afshar. And then he'd be like, it's sunny outside. And then somebody would pour water on his head. He's like, oh, shit, maybe there's rain too. Back to you guys in the studio. And we were just like, is this comedy? And so then my buddy and I took it over sophomore year. And by our senior year, it was like a 20-minute sketch show. So it was like that somehow, and at the end we would scroll the announcents like, oh,
Got
yeah,
sweeps coming
there's a
up.
dance, there's a blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's a what?
Sweeps week coming up. We got to fucking clean up. Tide's going to rebuy. Johnson & Johnson's on the
They
horn.
were a big hit for us, yeah.
Trying to get Tom Cruise in here. Could do the Pledge of Allegiance. Get the numbers.
Brad Pitt's plugging a movie. Maybe we can get him.
Oh, yeah, dude. So we were jamming away on that and what was I saying with the Albertsons thing? Oh yeah, so the diversity thing. So I was just trying to like push that, but I went to LA to stay with a buddy from the paper who was in a frat at USC, and he was like, stay with me the night before you audition for the school. And I'm just thinking, like, cool, a place to crash. I'm not thinking about the fact that I'm staying in a frat on, like, a Thursday. My audition was a Friday. Thursday's, like, probably the bigger.
That's the big.
yeah.
That's
the
the big
party
party
night.
night.
And Frat Row at SC is just bonkers, dude. I mean, it's truly just a row of fucking madness. I mean, I ended up being in the Jew frat AYG, and one night went to an exchange with a sorority fraternity called Saving Lives. That was the theme and I dressed up as Batman, and I passed out. It was the first and probably one of 3 times I've ever blacked out, and was carried down the row by a couple football players. And my buddy, like very Jerry Maguire, Cuba Gooding Jr., was like, dude, you got to try to wake up and see this, as it was carrying me down, because I guess it was like a packed row, and everyone was like applauding and screaming because they see Batman being carried down the fucking row. And he was like, bro, you got to wake up. And I was like, what? He's like, look, dude, they're going nuts. And I remember just like opening my eyes, seeing people going, Batman! So then I'm I'm auditioning for the school, and that night before he's like, we're having a big party tonight. I was like, cool. I was like, I'm probably gonna just like stay in the room, go over my shit. Cut to, I mean, first time I took bong rips, and
That'll do it.
And dude, and then drinking, and then there's like this perpendicular to the frat row is a row of like fast food that is just everything. It's like the Vegas of fast food. Name a place that's there: Subway, Tommy Burger, Chipotle, fucking Del Taco, Taco Bell, McDonald's. I mean, a whole strip of it. In my stony baloney mind, I go, I'm going to go to every place and get one thing. So I went to Mickey D's, I got a fry. I went to Subway, I got a cookie. I went to and I went down the whole thing, came back, threw it all up, fucking smoked more, stayed up till like 5, passed out, I think, on the front steps or the lawn or some shit. Woke up, my audition was at 11, showered, was just like, what the fuck? Like, so upset at myself. Like, why did you do that? You gave in to peer pressure. Which, I mean, it was so easy. My buddy was just like, you should come out and have a couple drinks. And I was like, nah, man, I really got to go over my shit. And he was like, or a quick bong rip. I was like, I'll do that. Yeah, for sure.
What were you auditioning with?
A couple monologues I've been working on with some, local Seattle acting teachers.
Scene from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Do you remember the final scene of Air Bud Golden Retriever? So I played the dog, and so there's no dialogue. And
They thought it was genius.
I asked the guy to throw a Frisbee in my mouth.
Called it.
Yeah. And no, it was a couple monologues, a dramatic and a comedic one. And I remember just being so sick that I was like, I don't honestly give a fuck what happens. And I think that helped.
Yeah.
You got in.
Enough. Yeah, and I got in. And so then they took me, and then the school had to take me. But then, I mean, grants, loans, you got the single money, a single mother, like, we feel bad for you, cash.
Nice.
And then loans, which were kind of a bitch. And then a little bit of financial, like a scholarship for just for some academic stuff, but not
For those
much.
bong rips that you did.
Yeah.
This kid's all right.
She's kind of a 3-footer.
But yeah, so thank God for that,
What was the number on the bar mitzvah? What'd you pull?
Oh, dude, it was probably great
5,
question.
10?
I mean, back then too. This was what, 95. So, probably the biggest check I got was probably some hundreds, right?
Okay.
And then cash, and then a lot of. I remember too seeing like certain people, like buddies with the sports courts, and seeing like a 20 in the card, being like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And then one kid gave me a Hakeem Olajuwon jersey, and I was like, this is cool. I did ask for cash, but this is a nice consolation
Well,
prize.
cash poor
I
at
do
the
love
moment.
the dream, and then probably grand total probably close to like $5,000. Probably
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I
not
think
bad.
for a 6th grader, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
not
why I
bad
bought
at
the
all.
Super Nintendo right after that. Yeah.
Really saw that going the other way, huh? Talking about being on the wrong side of history.
And that's when I bought my fuck swing.
I put it all in Enron and kept it moving.
I like that you pointed out 95. You're like $5,000, but with inflation, that's like 10, 10, 5.
That's like 3 Bitcoin nowadays.
It's $8 million.
Oh yeah.
Also, AEPI, I went to Temple University, and AEPI,
nice.
their slogan was, we put the brew in Hebrew, which I thought was
Oh
some
my
of the best
God.
marketing for a frat
That's
ever.
brilliant, yeah.
We put I'll
I'm
never
in.
forget that.
Dude, they called us AE High because I mean, there so many people smoked so much pot. I mean, we had a 5-foot bong
Jesus.
that just got ripped by this kid named David Spiegel, Jew, all the
Stephen
time.
Rabinowitz.
Yeah, all the time. I think he now works for the government.
Cut
Anyway.
this. What are we doing?
I don't need a fucking drone strike on
Yeah, what
Toadies.
the fuck?
Just signed a new lease. I'll be on the wrong end of a fucking Stinger missile.
Oh, God.
What'd your pop do?
Dad was a doctor. Dad was a big cardiovascular surgeon. Just retired actually last year.
Wow.
50, I guess, years.
Wait, so
in
he
medicine.
did good.
He was crushing it, yeah. And then
how was he with
well, so I ended up losing his license for prescribing antidepressants to his secretary to like give to him. Like really, like I mean, yeah, I guess ethically fucked up, but
I mean,
he
come
was
on.
such a good doctor. Open heart surgeries on the reg, and
Wait,
in a big
got in
hospital
trouble
in Seattle. Yeah,
he gave his
yeah, because I don't think you could be on that stuff, or maybe it was antidepressants. You couldn't. It was just to
Oh, he
not
wrote a
have that-
prescription for his secretary so he could take.
Yes, yeah.
Ah.
So and he shouldn't even. I mean, I don't
Doctors
even,
aren't allowed to take antidepressants.
I don't even know
Probably
that.
not if you're doing procedures, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe,
not even
I don't know, I'm
sure the
assuming.
true
I'd
order
rather
on
have
that.
the doctor calm than have him be fucking nervous.
1,000%.
Take a couple Xanny bars.
Oh,
Make sure
dude,
you got your head on straight.
Oh, he
My
told me-
heart's open.
Yeah, you need a school bus to get your head on right. Let's
Oh, I've
go.
heard stories of like some of these guys like pulling these all nighters and like 40-hour surgeries, like falling asleep at the fuck while they're cutting. So it's like, yeah, hey man, put them on whatever they need.
Yeah,
to
what the
do the
fuck?
job. But that so that kind of cut the supply chain off and then made things extra tough. And then he was just up shit creek without a paddle for I mean has always been since. So so that
Did he ever
was,
get his license back?
yeah, in certain spots, but yeah, and was able to start working again and then move to
Sounds like he got railroaded
with his
a
family.
little bit.
Yeah, so he went to AZ to kind of work for a little bit, then moved to an island called Midway Island in the which is like halfway to I think maybe between Guam and Hawaii.
Wait, what? He
What
lived
the
on
fuck?
Midway?
There's like 100
Isn't that
people
where
out
MASH
there.
took place?
That was where one of the biggest battles of World War II
Yeah,
took place.
did you say MASH?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it? Is that where they filmed MASH?
No, not at all.
Dude,
They filmed it in Burbank.
If
What are you
this-
talking
if
about?
this is where I find
I
out,
don't think they filmed it there.
if this is where I find out that none of the Filipinos on that island told me that I was fucking walking around where Alan Alda was taking
Is your dad Alan Alda, I think?
Oh God, I wish, man, I wish. And that's not the first time I've said that. Yeah, so then he went to Midway, then he went to Kwajalein, which is another island deep in the fucking middle of the ocean.
Damn, that's fucking
And then
crazy.
Taos, New Mexico, and then
Sounds like tax shelter.
Laughlin, Nevada.
They're real loose out there in Guam. That's technically a territory.
Take all the antidepressants you want. Doesn't matter. Load this guy up.
No
dude,
such
it was-
thing as prescriptions.
There are these things called goonie birds. Don't cancel me. And they these giant ass birds called goonie birds that
I'm
were
out.
on Midway.
I don't even like little birds.
You
dude.
land, and they were like giant pelican flamingo things that literally were like everywhere. Like you couldn't walk without fucking. I mean, it looked like the scene from Hitchcock's Birds, like where you're just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking get eaten by these
Fuck
these
that.
never-ending story, Tasmanian devil things. And they're just flying around, squawking and cocking at you, and it was cool to visit. Played a lot of basketball.
How old were you when this is going on? When he moves out to Midway?
So that was probably
That's crazy.
That's an insane statement.
Yeah, I thought that was just like a
sophomore year of high
military
school.
base.
Yeah, no, they had a handful of maybe 30 Americans out there, and then he was one of the doctors out there. And they would do a lot of stuff and then send people to the big island if they really needed it. And Kwajalein was more like 2,500 Americans, where they had middle school, high school, elementary school. So my half brothers were out there, and that was cool to visit. And
How often would you go out there?
I went out there maybe twice. It was
And
just
how old
so
were you?
far.
I'm sorry
And
to ask. Your high school?
So when he was in Midway, that was sophomore year, and then Kwajalein was a junior year. I actually went on the show Blind Date twice as a joke. I wore wigs to try to fuck with these girls, and one was awesome. The girl got blackout drunk and fell out of the van, and it was on E's 101 Dating Moments where we're at a bar, and she slips and falls, and I just go, whoa, as she falls, and they like put that on the fucking, I was like, could you pick a better moment where I'm a little more supportive instead of just watching her fall?
Wait, Blind
Are
Date
we, are
was
we
the
jumping
one.
around here a
With
little
Roger
bit?
Lodge, yeah.
Wait, yeah, that was the one where you would go like do like a boxing class and then like
Yeah, and there'd be the thought
then-
bubbles
then
like,
dinner.
this guy's really about to take the real punch, or
Oh
something
man,
like that.
Some of those would get hot. Some of those would get hot and
Oh,
steamy.
I wanted to get to the hot tub, so I brought that
The
back.
hot tub, man.
So
and me
back-
as, I was like a 12-year-old. If they ended up in that hot tub, my pants were coming off.
Dude, 1,000%.
There
It
was no
was
such
way,
thing as Pornhub back then.
it was must-see TV.
I
It
might
was
have
a-
jerked off to you.
1,000% you did. And
I'll do it right now.
yeah. Dude, it was like, because they would show, it wasn't just like you'd see them like start to inch in and kiss and then they'd cut away or like close the door to the house. It's like they'd show them like sloppy making
There
out
was
for like
heavy
a
petting.
minute and a half.
Yeah.
The guy be touching her tit. It was a lot.
Let's talk about the good folks over there at Black Buffalo, baby. If you're 21 and over and you dip or chew tobacco, pouches or long cut, it don't matter. You have to try this tobacco alternative, Black Buffalo. It's everything you love about dipping, including the pharmaceutical-grade nicotine, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. It's literally made from edible green leaves and food-grade ingredients with the same flavors, textures, aroma, pack, nicotine as traditional tobacco products with no compromise required. Guys, at some point you're going to have to get off the tobacco. It's tough, or at least cut back a little bit, and Black Buffalo's here to help you. I know a lot of you bozos out there are smoking Bernies, chewing, dipping, the whole 9 yards. You got to get off it. And the best part about this Black Buffalo, baby, born in the USA, born in the Midwest, raised in the South. That's some good old boys for you. Black Buffalo proudly manufactures their products here in the U.S. of A. Homegrown, baby. They sent us some of it. I dabble. You got to check it out if you want to get off the tobacco, which you should do. So right now, for listeners of Are You Garbage, you'll get 25% off your first order with promo code GARBAGE at checkout. Go to blackbuffalo.com. Use promo code GARBAGE, 25% off your first order. That's 25% is bonkos. That ain't 10%, that ain't 15%, that ain't 20%. That's 25%. That's a quarter of the money, baby. One more time, go to blackbuffalo.com, promo code GARBAGE for 25% off your first order. And then we got to say, warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Shout out to the good folks at Mint Mobile, baby. I'm a big Mint Mobile guy. As you know, my wife uses it. And this holiday season, it's the best deal you can get in wireless. And it can only be found at Mint Mobile. Right now, when you switch to Mint Mobile and buy any 3-month plan, you'll get 3 months free. 3 months free. What are we doing here? They're giving away the store. As the first company to sell premium wireless services online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from your home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. And it is literally $15 a month. There's no hidden fees. There's no nothing. Like I said, my wife's been using it for years. She signed up on it, and now there's no point to ever join a big network. It's fantastic. That's the best offer of the year for limited time. Buy any 3-month plan, get 3 months for free by going online, limiting the traditional cost of retail. Cut out the middleman. That's what good business does. They cut out the middleman. Only bozos use middlemen. All right. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan, and the same phone number along with your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. That's like 10% less than what most of you bozos are paying. For a limited time only, buy any 3-month plan and get 3 months for free by going to mintmobile.com/garbage. That's mintmobile.com/garbage. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/garbage. Do it. Now back to the show.
Did you make out on the show?
So I brought the Batman suit because in my head it's a joke.
Oh, my God.
So she rips my wig
That'll
off.
seal the deal.
I wasn't trying to find love. Fuck off.
I brought the Batman.
Hey, you want to kiss a virgin?
It was all a big goof. I gotten one hand job to this point. Yeah.
Talk about double dipping
Yeah.
on your greatest moment.
So my whole.
They carried me down frat row in this thing.
You're going to love this one.
Yeah.
What
Oh yeah,
the
I did.
fuck?
I
Brought
thought,
the
yeah.
Batman.
Well, because in my head I go, as a joke, I go, I want to get to the hot tub so that there's a wide shot of me in the Batman suit, and then she's sitting across from me.
Wide shot.
And then
He's
no, I'm like,
directing the thing.
Dude, I was.
He got,
And
what's
then-
the boom
and then-
situation? What's the jib situation
and I was.
over here?
And then I go, they'll cut to me, and then I'll go, Batman suit. They said bring a bathing suit, not Batman suit.
That's a pretty
Is
good
what
bit. I'll give you
That's
That's
that.
what I
not
wanted
bad.
to do. And then, but we didn't make it that far because she fell out of the car and they sent her home. She was from Chico, California, or she went to Chico State, which is we took we did body shots. They were like, so you're a Jewish guy, right? And I was like, yeah, there's probably a better way you can say that. And so we're going to do a Hebrew lesson in the park and drink Manischewitz wine. So she's never had that. So we do that, and then we're taking, triple shots of tequila at like the lunch portion. So she's hammered. And then and that's why she fell out of the fucking van, and then that was a wrap. And I was like, so we're not going to the hot tub? And then she goes like that to me as she's like puking, and they added a gun sound effect. So it's like that's not a gun. Damn. And so then the second time I went on, this girl was I'm talking about my dad being
Is this when you're at USC?
in college? Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm talking about my dad living on Quadron. That was the whole point of this. And the girl was such a prude. And she's like, you just make up islands where your dad lives? And I go, no, it's a real place. You can look it up. She's like, yeah, no, I think you're lying. I go, you think I would make up an island that my dad lives on? I go, I gave you a little bit of the backstory about how my folks split and he moved with this new family to. This is a lot of research for me to do to come up. How much do you think I really want to impress you? You already said you don't drink and you don't like SpaghettiOs. Like, you're 0 for 2 as far as I'm concerned.
Listen, lady, I got Spider-Man outfit under my shirt. What are we doing?
No, again, I'm sweating
Are we
over
getting in
here.
the pool or not?
Trying to set this bit up.
trying to set this.
You're really stepping on my shit.
We're running out of film. We only got one shot at this, and the sun's going down.
Yeah. We got one Roger Lodge outtake in the can if
Running
this doesn't
out of
go
daylight. Let's go.
Adam Ray coming in here and fucking stunning us.
well. I mean, so then went out to visit Dad, and then so he moved all over Laughlin, Nevada, then a couple places in Oregon, and now is in Salem, Oregon, but just retired. But was crushing it when he was in the heyday of it. I mean, truly, and
son of a doctor.
yeah. But then also, I mean, again, like going back to just like living when my folks were together, I don't remember like. It's not like we did crazy trips or anything like that. So it's like, where was that money going? But historically, my pops is probably not been the best with handling all that. But yeah, so it was it wasn't too going from that to then being with Mom was things were dicier and just more like fucking we can't do as much and you got to like watch things more, but it didn't feel like that crazy of a thing because before wasn't like a lavish.
Right.
I wasn't living doctor kid money. If that makes sense. Yeah.
When you're a little kid, you don't really realize.
You don't even know. Yeah, dude, totally. It's like you get a Playmobil fucking pirate ship. You're like, that's $14. I think most people could fucking pick that up at the store,
And so you said your mom's remarried now.
Remarried now,
settled
crushing it,
down.
Settled. I mean,
she's good. She's happy. She's okay.
She had that 10 years of trying to figure out with glass blowers and basket shot throwers and.
How about the sis? Other than
sis married Dirte and finally got her shit together too.
She's doing okay.
Kids. Yeah, doing okay. I mean, yeah. There's every family's. As you just get on, you go, man. There's just like nobody is immune to the family drama, the bullshit. No one's perfect. I mean, it's like and I feel like I've not maybe been the glue to the fam, but definitely tried
Sounds
to
like a little bit.
Trying to keep my own shit at bay and never bring that to the table because everyone I feel like is just dealing with more stuff. And I'm like, I'm kind of getting to do what I want. And there's, I mean, you guys know, it's like we have in the daily grind of all this, there's so much stress and pressure and things that can get you down and get you up. But I still feel like I have less to complain about. But,
yeah, of course.
I mean, I give you credit for that because it does sound like you did that. I mean, the last thing your mom fucking needed was you walking around in a Batman suit.
Yeah,
dude.
So look at
her stealing her other minivan.
If that was the last time I was on TV, she probably would have killed herself.
All right, let's get into some fucking Are You Garbage cues here.
Yeah.
I mean, the writing's on the wall though, but
yeah, man,
what a tale. What was nobody lives in the original house that you grew up in, right?
No, people do now, yeah.
But not your family.
Not
no
my family, yeah.
So what was the name of that street? Because you mentioned cul-de-sac.
Oh yeah,
which is
pretty
pretty
good.
Classy.
I'm a cul-de-sac kid myself.
Oh, I love them, dude.
Yeah.
The amount of front
great.
yard baseball. I mean, was
So
don't even have to look both ways when you cross the street.
You don't,
down there.
man.
So what was the name of that street?
I want to say 35th Place, maybe, and then Ballinger Way was where I lived at the end.
That's pretty good. Ballinger
Way.
That was like a
right.
long.
Away
street.
is really good.
Yeah, Way's okay.
Yeah, Way's all right.
But I mean, working at the Albertsons grocery store in high school, I mean, it's like again, that's where you got to see like people coming in late night, the fucking skeezy, shady people buying like just peanut butter and lube, being like, hey man, you guys still got diet cashews. You're like, that's not a real food, man. But it's good to see you again, Thomas.
Diet cashews.
And then you get the people coming in buying $500 a day worth of groceries, just the moms that are like just making the best lunches and just having affairs and just all sorts of
Lunchables for breakfast, real classy.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely pulled some of that. I mean, yeah, the town center is where that was, but again, that's where you got to see all the different levels and layers of money that was coming through.
Was Albertsons where your mother shopped?
Yeah,
growing up.
So she was like, look, I'm gonna help you get like a car, and but you got to pay for the gas and the insurance, and so we got some for I don't know $800-900, and then real piece of shit, little Chevy Spectrum that was like. I mean, 4 seats, but like we packed in. I was one of the first kids to drive, and one summer we packed in probably 12 kids from the basketball courts we played at in the summer down to like where the lake was, and the car was just like scratching on the ground on Ballinger Way.
Was it a
hatchback? We're all just laughing. No, it was just a little 4-seat.
Was it a hatchback?
No,
because I had a Chevy Spectrum hatchback.
Did you really?
Fucking stick.
My brother.
Fucking loved it.
My brother. Wasn't it a great car? Oh yeah.
Fucking zipping around.
You drove stick too, huh?
Oh yeah.
I was always real impressed by those kids.
I'm surprised you didn't. That's a very trashy kid thing.
To drive stick?
Oh yeah.
I thought you were.
Who's got automatic money?
For real?
Yeah, stick is.
I thought stick just was like, I don't know. It was cooler. It was just
sticks are cheaper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, manual transmissions much
Had
cheaper
no
than
knowledge of that.
automatic.
Yeah.
especially back then.
Yeah. I mean, there were no windows on my car, but yeah. One door worked.
And for the record, Foley's scraped on the ground too.
Yeah.
Just me in
yeah.
there.
Yeah. So then got Albertsons was the job to kind of pay for all that stuff, and which sucked too because I'm the only kid working during the summer. All my friends are coming in, and the Albertsons was at this like town center across the street from the lake, so they're all coming in. The girl, it's like freshman
Everybody's
year.
in bikinis, and making out and
1,000%.
stuff. And
I'm
you're
in
back.
the customer service.
Hey,
with-
bread on the top, Adam. Fucking smushing people's eggs and shit.
Oh, dude, it was the worst.
Hey Ray, make sure you cut my crust.
I remember a girl came in. What was it, Siobhan or maybe Ellen? Right, just one of these girls.
Let's
that-
go with Siobhan.
Let's go with Siobhan. Yeah, she's just crushing the game, and she's like, and sees me, and then does a wave, and then comes over and is like, "Do you know where like they keep the, it's just some item that was like rubbing at my face that I couldn't like the tanning oil or like the titty, like I need to like I need somebody to like I wish you could do it, but you're putting the fucking bagel bites on top of the toaster strudel.
I don't want to get your lunch meat stink on me.
Nice apron, Adam.
Yeah,
You're like Daniel LaRusso back there.
Oh yeah, I would always go out to collect carts so that I could just like get out and like
Yeah.
try to like meet up with some of my buds and get the scoop on what was happening. Like who's over there? And they'd be like, oh, can't you just leave?
Uh-huh.
Like, no, man, I gotta pay for my Spectrum, man.
Yeah. How are we gonna get from the basketball court to the lakes next week?
Well, look at you now, baby.
Yeah, man.
Look at you now.
I mean, doing okay.
Probably
Fucking
have 3
fantastic.
Spectrums if you want.
Go back there and buy that.
Albertsons
So
is
then
a
what's
top
up?
notch. I used to be an Albertsons employee myself. Top notch operation.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, they bought Acme. Acme's out here, on the East Coast, and Albertsons bought Acme. Did the
Albertsons
same
was good,
thing.
man. They always had like good, like the potato salad. There was a girl that worked behind the service deli. It was like the first time I remember like getting like a hookup and also hooked up with the girl that was in the service deli. And she was like 5 years older than me. I think I was 17. She was 22, maybe even 25. And she wanted to date, and I was like, I'm fucking 17. And then she never gave me I remember one time we had like a weird text exchange, and then I walked up to on my break, and I was like, hey, you mind if I get some potato salad? And she was like, it's going to be a minute. And I was like,
Ooh, take a number.
Oh,
Wait, had you
man.
already gone on a date?
no, we didn't. We just had hooked up a handful of times, and then she kind of wanted to like date, and I was like, I know nothing about. I still
Can't
like,
get tied down right now.
I'm driving a Spectrum. I'm
Yeah.
trying to like fucking. I can't get tied down for sure.
Ain't the only place I get my potato salad, honey. A lot of grocery stores in this tri-state area. Let a player play, you know what I mean? Stop putting raisins in the coleslaw. Maybe we'll talk. I should cut you off, huh?
Yeah. I saw you were kind of shortchanging me on those JoJo's, huh? You guys know what JoJo's are, right? The little potato. Fuck it. So.
No, but you're trash, man.
Let me get a bag of JoJo's and what's that mouth do?
What's that mouth do? It's so creepy. Oh, man, especially at 17.
Took that
to
from my
say it
uncle.
with a lot of swagger. Hey, what's that mouth do when you're done scooping that fucking slaw?
Man.
Oh my God, yeah. So she's still there, but no, she yeah,
Definitely not as attractive as you remember.
Yeah,
I
that
would
was the
assume.
end of that, man. I think she dated a military guy, and I remember like.
Kept tabs on her, huh?
Jesus Christ. What's her Instagram handle?
Oh, well, I was still working there because this
Big
is where I
guy,
was
let
like-
it go. I'll get you some potato salad if you want. Toby, call,
Get Uber Eats. Yeah, what the fuck? Get the guy some goddamn potato salad.
Oh my
God.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
beautiful.
Too good. Too
great. I
good.
haven't told that story in a long time.
I love it.
I felt good. I felt good to get that off my chest.
There
man.
you go.
mean,
Hold that one in. Start crying.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, I got one. Have you ever crashed someone else's car?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, just yeah. Yeah.
Say,
I'm
it looks
seeing
like
a
you're
couple.
counting
I
them
feel
in your
like
head.
the Adam Ray legal department is looking that over in your brain
I'm
right
seeing
now.
a couple right now. Yeah.
I do not recall.
You guys filming this?
Yeah. I mean,
You guys aren't recording
I
this,
think
right?
really just. I mean, my fiance's right now. Hers just got kind of not totaled, but banged up pretty hard just on our street. But I mean, it was totally not my fault. But person just wasn't looking, slammed right into the driver's side.
Oh, damn.
Not. I mean, it's a real great story. Not. I mean, Again, probably mom's car fucked up a few times, but
everybody
not,
crashes their mom's car at some
man.
point.
Yeah, you have to. It's a rite of passage. You also, it was also. Oh yeah, when my mom's car got jacked up, the van, it was coming back from a Dave Matthews Band concert.
Oh, that'll do
and,
it.
And
she wasn't with you, was she?
No, I was driving my buddies back.
She
and
was
I
selling balloons.
I fell asleep at the wheel, and
You did?
Yeah, and I remember like falling asleep like this, and then like we didn't like sleep that last night, and it's like you party all night, and then the sun's up at like 4. Everyone camps out at the Gorge, which is like an unbelievable venue in Washington State. It's where they close their shows at. I mean, Tom Petty used to go there all the time. They big festivals, rap festivals, reggae festivals. It's like the amphitheater's on the edge of this canyon with the Columbia River behind it. You camp out. It's fucking incredible. It's like 3 hours east.
It really is all
Seattle.
over the place with the lake and the Albertsons, and then
There's a lot going on.
There's
I'm
a
trying,
mix.
I'm trying to. I know we only got like what? We got like 2. I don't know how much. Whatever time.
No, you're painting a great picture.
Cancel the corporate party.
It's a big mix.
Yeah. So we're driving back, and I didn't sleep because I'd those Dave Matthews Band's concerts. You're walking around. Everyone's playing songs. Everyone's like, dude, man, Saratoga '98, man. That version of Lie in Our Graves was maybe the best, man, because there's like Carter was ripping it on the drums, and everyone's just like feeling good.
You did a bunch of drugs.
What's that?
You did a bunch of drugs.
I did, yeah. And
I didn't think you were drinking protein shakes all night.
You're trying to explain. You're like,
So I finished
so they're hanging out.
I finished my third
you were all
strawberry
skitsed out
Go-Gurt.
driving back. We get it.
And so,
I've been to a concert before.
Not a Dave Matthews Band concert though. And so I eat the bunch of edibles, and
Here we
and
go.
my buddies leave. I was with probably 3 buds, and I wake up. There's like 2 hours where everyone's out, like probably 4 to maybe 6, where it's still dark and it's just fucking quiet. There's maybe a couple people up. You still can hear music faintly, and I wake up at this person's camp thing, and it's a fucking big campground. And you come in the first day of 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you park, and then you set up shop, and I didn't know where the fuck I was. And I wake up, I'm so disoriented, like truly, and very high, and now I go into panic mode because I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna find Cell's dead. Like, there's no way. So I walk, for no joke, a little under 2 hours all over the campground. Finally see my buddies. Fucking see the thing. I start running. I go, wake the fuck up. I start kicking them all in their sleeping bags. They immediately start laughing. One of my buddies was getting a hand job during as I was kicking them because
This is
I
like
hear
Blind
her
Date all over again.
Get to Batman.
and
soon.
then I get it, and we wake up that morning. We drive back, and so I mean, I was half asleep, and I jostle the car once, and I look in the rearview mirror because everyone else was sleeping, and I see one of my buddies go, and then he wakes up and he just goes, did you just fall asleep? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
And they kept driving, then fell asleep again, and then just like scraped alongside a car, like on the
Jeez.
freeway. Crazy.
Yikes.
Yeah. And live to tell about it.
Ever wear a puka shell necklace?
Yes. When I was on Midway Island, for sure. You know what I'm saying? When I was out there on the and Quad.
It's a Midway passport.
Trying to blend in, huh?
1,000%. Dude, bleached my hair for a little bit. Yeah.
Oh,
Had a
yeah, you
fucking
did.
Sugar Ray.
Start talking in Jamaican accent.
Like, dude, wrong country.
Yeah.
And we can adjust. Yeah.
Can you name the guys from Pawn Stars?
No.
Oh, that's a good
That's
sign.
good.
There you go.
No.
Have you had a slider in the last 365 days?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Love those.
Mickey
Big.
Mouse watch? You ever wear one?
No, but I had a Dick Tracy watch.
I
Like
remember
as a
those.
joke? Like as a kid?
That was a great question.
Is this a bit again? Are you doing a bit?
Like, for real, man? Like, you wanted that?
I mean, were you a little...
Like,
was
you asked someone to get you that
Was it like a
instead of
decoder?
something else? Yeah, it was like because remember Dick Tracy had that thing where he would like always
Didn't it
be
come
like,
with Happy- was
hey,
it a
Al
Happy Meal
Pacino,
thing?
Madonna's showing her
Was it a Happy Meal thing?
No, it was
No?
like a I mean,
Were you
probably
an
wasn't
adult when you
expensive.
bought it?
No, this was a kid purchase.
Okay, all right, that's okay.
No Mickey Mouse watch.
That's perfect.
But I had I just posted recently a pic of us at Disneyland. My mom took Sis and I think shortly after they split to kind of like, hey, we'll go to
Yeah.
Disneyland. That'll fix everything. And I had a fanny pack and a Michael Jordan shirt and like fucking some Nike. Like it was a mess. But a Disneyland hat and like a goofy sweatshirt and like goofy. I mean, it was fuck, dude. It was a
That's
bad
not
look.
that bad. I'll give you that.
All right.
It's all right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna throw you under the bus for that.
When was the last time you did karaoke?
Oh, I love karaoke.
Oh,
Big karaoke guy. Yeah.
What do you have a go-to song?
Once
you got one song and you're closing out the night.
Everyone's pumping you. Come on, get up, get up.
Adam, dude.
You gotta fucking
What
you gotta
song
make
is
it right.
I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody. I'll do the whole thing and I'll go full
really?
on. Oh yeah,
Oh
I did
my
it when
God,
I
this
studied
guy.
abroad in London, and there was a Madame Tussauds wax museum, and at the end of it, my buddies who I was in the program with, we went, got a little stony baloney, walked through this. At the end, there's a huge open area, like. You know, through the museum is pretty like close quarters, but there's a huge like cafe and there's a big stage, and they have, British Idol, whatever. They have Simon and another judge, and then an open space for somebody to come sit, and then somebody hosting, so you can be on, British Idol, whatever. And it's basically karaoke in this big open area at the end of the tour. And so I was like, I'm gonna go up there and sing a song. And all the songs, by the way, are maxed out like 30 to 40 seconds. So I told the guy, I was like, hey, you got Bohemian Rhapsody? And he was like, yeah. He's like, but that song's like 19 minutes. I go,
Yeah.
do you
Start
mind?
slow, come in heavy.
Yeah. I go,
Watch me for the changes and try to keep up, will you? We're gonna drop it down to the key of C and blow these Brits' hairs back.
I want
Let
that
him know the
fake
kids
Simon
see.
to come to life and start applauding. And so I do the whole thing, dude. And it was a wireless mic. Like I was on tables. I went
got
to
the headset on.
I mean, I'm in acting school, so I'm just full on theatrical.
hamming it up. Yeah.
And I mean, dude, this place was so no one's paying attention to it. By the end of it, dude, everyone's watching. People are fucking applauding, getting into it. I fucking was like, pulling people up on the tables, fucking singing, like giving to the mic, like going like that, and
You melted all the wax figures. That was so hot.
hilarious.
Kids throwing heat up here.
Yeah. Fake Betty White came to life. And so
You're dancing with her.
So that's a
He's
go-to.
dipping her.
Also, any '90s, R&B thing if I'm real fucked up, or Billy Ocean's "Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car."
Now you're speaking
Billy
our
Ocean.
language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love the Billy Ocean.
Love karaoke anywhere. I mean, dude, when I was
Have you ever rented one of those rooms and done like a party?
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
Those
man.
rooms creak me. There's no windows. It's
Yeah.
weird in there.
yeah, it's awesome.
It's like
though.
the worst casino.
Yeah.
When I was opening for Adam Devine we did a little Australia tour and then Japan, a big troops thing, and we went to some dive bar and did. Him and I were just so hammered and did a duet of Creed's "Take Me Higher," and like
Sounds like a good time. I
got
gotta be honest with you.
got a lot of people involved, and it was like sad, like. It was sad how into it everyone was. You know what I'm saying? We're like, how many of you are looking over, seeing a couple like being like, it was like,
Somebody proposes.
yeah.
It's the best night of my life.
There's a flyover at the end of it.
The Blue Angels show up.
Crocs, wear them.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Hard pass.
Have you ever started the wave at a sporting event?
Oh, all the time. That's a Seattle staple. I remember when first time I went to Fenway in Boston for like some choir orchestra trip, and we went to a Red Sox game, and I tried to start the wave, and somebody goes, "Sit the fuck down!" And I was like, "It's a Seattle wave." He goes, "Fuck you! Nobody gives a fuck! Fuck you! No ma!"
I agree with that guy.
Yeah.
I want to go on record. I'm friends with that guy.
Yeah. But that's a big Seattle.
Obviously not a blind date fan.
Yeah. This guy's somebody
Season 9,
somebody give me a
episode
Batman
4.
suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking celebrity up here.
I know Roger Lodge, man. Take it easy. You met him? Prove it.
Growing up, did the refrigerator that you had in your house, was it side by side?
Or freezer on the top.
Oh yeah, it was a fridge and then freezer.
On the side.
Yeah.
Did you have the water in the ice? Like where you could the chilled water in the ice machine?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Not till maybe growing up, no, and then high school, yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyone in your family really into Harry Potter?
Did you read all the books?
No. I dated a girl in high school that was really into it and was really always definitely bummed out that I was like couldn't get on board. The fantasy stuff, even I've seen 20 minutes of the first Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's a lot of butts and dragons, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love Lord of the Rings. The
Wizard
thing with
of-
Harry Potter that I can't get my head around is that adults were reading a 1,200-page book about children's fantasy. That's what always freaked me out about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's what I thought was trash.
1,000%.
And there was 9 of them.
Twilight even.
God, that would take me 8 years to read that.
Just seems like a lot of your life to dedicate to something that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone who loves that stuff.
Yeah. We just shat on most of our fan base. Toby, cut that. Patreon.com.
I just couldn't do it.
If I had to pick, I mean, the Harry
No,
Potter ride at
it's not for me.
Universal
Yeah.
is pretty cool. I mean, if you like motion
I
sickness.
love the movies. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Dumbledore fan.
Oh, yeah?
I just don't know how anybody fucking read those things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, as nerds.
You're a Harry.
You
No,
love it?
are you a Harry Potter guy, T-Bone?
Dog, I waited on my front porch for FedEx to deliver the 4th one, dude.
Did you really?
Oh, you're
Just 2 weeks ago.
You're so fired after this.
Wow. And you sat there and you read it?
Oh, yeah.
How old were you?
Oh, 11?
Oh, okay. Yeah, listen, as a kid, that's fun. I'm
And were
saying.
you pumped? Like when you read that 4th one, you were like, it's just as good as the 3rd one.
Yeah, did you leave your headgear in, or what'd you do?
Do you beat yourself up after you?
Yeah.
I gave myself a wedgie. I closed it, and I was like, I can't believe I have to wait 2 more years for the next one. I was legit sad.
Yeah,
She
J.K.
was
Rowling.
cranking them out,
She
too.
did. That was smart. She
No.
probably had them all
That
ready
was
to go.
money.
As you guys are younger than me, I forget. If you were a kid and you were into it, I thought that's great.
Yeah.
11,
Yeah.
12-year-old
I
kid
mean, now.
reading a 1,000-page
Yes.
book, that's unbelievable. But my problem is like my generation, they were reading it too. And it's like, you're 31.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Now,
are you doing?
Now, how do you feel about with comics? Because like when my first job out of college was a tour guide on the tram at Universal Studios, and then I played Wolverine for a couple years. And the other guys that were Marvel comic
Really?
characters,
That's pretty sweet.
it was cool. It was like $23 an hour, and the tour guiding was like $8.50 an hour.
Did you have
So
to
it was
take
like-
the suit home with you?
No, I didn't.
Ooh, that would have been hard.
But I did get. There's just stories for days on that too. But
Did you hook up
but-
with any other cast members?
Yeah, I mean, it's any work job. Yeah,
Superman.
Beetlejuice, Shrek, the backup Blues Brother.
Beetlejuice, John Goodman's character. What the fuck?
John Goodman, he was there too. No, I broke character to talk to a lot of celebs, man. I mean, dude, I remember in full Wolverine garb was just like,
Just doing this for
going,
the
going up
paycheck,
to
man.
Greg Maddox, and I was like, dude, I'm a huge fan. He was like, what?
From the Braves?
Yeah. He was like, oh, okay. He's like, can you just break character? I go, yeah,
Holy
dude, this
shit,
doesn't
it's
matter.
Lenny Dykstra. As I live and breathe.
I thought you meant like celebrities, like people in the
Tom
industry.
Cruise or
Yeah,
somebody,
that could
yeah.
help you
Well, I
out.
saw Michael Jackson. John Stamos, though, I did as I was also a New York cop, and who like wasn't from anything. And you're walking, there's like a
Oh, I
small
thought you meant in
section-
real life. Like, I thought you weren't. I was like,
guy's
damn,
all
this
over
guy
the
was on the
place.
job?
Well, yeah, I had to protect,
So you
fucking
worked at Universal.
Fiona from getting accosted by Dora the Explorer. There was a lot of stuff
You
happening.
worked at Universal Studios
Yeah,
as an actor.
for about 8 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And it was a lot of fun and a lot of cool people there. But yeah, Stamos, I'm waving this nightstick, and I got this big Orville Redenbacher mustache and a whistle, and I blow it, and I go, hey, slow down, Speed Racer. I go, they're not gonna run out of moose at Vidal Sassoon. And he just looks at me and just goes, nice. Like basically, like, I get it, dude. You're an actor trying to do a bit with me. Like, and just, rip the rug out from under me. I was just like, all right, you have a good day, Stamos. Good to see you, man.
Take it easy, Uncle Jesse.
You're
But,
putting your resume back in your pocket.
You put your screenplay back. I guess you won't be needing this, Mr. Stamos.
Oh, there's those people there. Dude, Spielberg came in the park one day, and people definitely brought stuff and were like, had it on them. And this is my point about the comics. There's a lot of the guys that were the other characters were obsessed, and they'd come in the break room. I remember the guy dressed as Beetlejuice, been there for like 40 years. Remember, I walk in one day, I'm peeling off the sideburns, and he sits down, he just takes it, he goes, fellas, he goes, take a look, and he takes it out of this like package, he goes, mint condition, Archie, or whatever, fucking, and they're all like, holy shit. And I was like, whoa, so what is that? And he's like, I forgot, Ray doesn't like comics. Because I just was like,
Yeah, I was never a comic guy.
I think I had a couple Ninja Turtle ones, but never enough to really like make it a part
but
of my
that was
routine.
like because you were probably a Ninja Turtle fan. So
Yes.
it wasn't like I'm a fan of comic books. I'm going to get this. This is
But
the
these
problem.
are adults still in the comics, so this is like my question. Like,
Yeah,
is that
this happened in the not like growing up. The only association in the '90s with comic books was comic book nerd. Like,
Right.
you were a nerd if no one. And then comic book movies came out, and
Yeah.
it's like the coolest thing in the world. All
Yeah.
my friends were like, "I've been reading the comic books the whole time." I'm like, nobody fucking told me.
Yeah.
like you were all. Everybody was doing it in secret for
Yeah.
a decade.
Yeah.
and now it's like the coolest thing.
now it's the coolest,
Yeah.
right? And I mean now they're and now it's also they probably have like, a step up as far as like knowing what stories are coming up next. I mean, like somebody told me there's like 30 Marvel movies like in the fucking waiting in the
Oh,
wings
yeah,
right
it's
now
fucking
of
awesome.
characters
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
don't even
Awesome.
yeah, haven't even been introduced yet.
I
yeah,
can't
Or have
fucking.
sequels.
Fartcock or something like. There's got to be
Yeah.
some sort of.
It's not
Probably
my
not
cup
that
of
guy.
tea.
I can't wait
neither.
for the Spider-Man to come out. I can't fucking wait.
Oh really?
Oh,
Big
my-
Spider-Man guy?
Huge.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I love it. I couldn't read when I was a kid, though.
Still can't.
I couldn't get into the comics. I couldn't.
Dan couldn't read.
My brain. I could, but I was terrible at it. And
Yeah.
I didn't have enough attention to fucking get through all that stuff.
When did you wait? Did you struggle with the reading in class?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fucking. Huge
I mean, everybody
idiot.
did, but if you truly like couldn't read.
Yeah, they didn't find. I didn't get glasses until I was in like 8th grade.
Oh, so that was the problem.
So well, part
I
of the
mean,
problem.
yeah, that's the excuse he's using now.
And then when I was in college, I was diagnosed with like really bad ADD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bouncing off the fucking walls. But they tried to give me Ritalin to fucking take care of it. I went up to Penn State for New Year's Eve, and we did a whole bottle in one night. So
Oh
I
my
got ixnayed on that.
God. Wait, was there a moment where you read a sentence without any trouble, and it was like the fucking aha moment, or like you just almost started crying because you're like, holy shit, I think I can read now? Like, was there one moment, one phrase?
I didn't do much reading that weekend at Penn State, if that's what you're asking me.
Well, even pre or post Ritalin, like, was there a moment where you, I don't know, read the back of a catalog or a
No,
phone
that was
number?
they never gave me another bottle after it.
Gotcha.
They were like, what? Where is this? And they were like, I was
But
like,
in your adult life, did you read something where you go, fucking, I had no problems getting through that sentence? I knew all the syllables. I got the sound. I sounded it out properly without having to do it in my head.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
No,
All
yeah.
right, let's go ahead and move on.
Did you guys do it in like junior high?
Hey,
or-
this kid's dumb. Let's keep it moving.
I'm not getting what I want here.
in class, would you guys have like
Oh,
popcorn?
you're still a moron? Okay, I apologize. I can read a script.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So it's just certain things that get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Beautiful. Beautiful silence. Don't take that out. What was the next question?
I forget.
I have one.
Okay.
You're doing well now. You're doing good,
You're okay.
right? When you got your first big check,
Mm.
did you do anything stupid with it?
Oh, yeah.
Lay it on us.
Oh, man. Got a...
What are we talking? When are we talking?
Probably it was after the Heat was probably like the first cool thing I got to be a part of and get some like residuals from, and I think it was maybe like a $25,000 residual check.
What residual
Yeah,
check?
from like the all the back DVDs, whatever.
Yeah.
Or it, yeah.
What was the initial payment, if you don't mind me asking?
Not too crazy. I mean, it was like it
had to be more than 25, right? No.
Oh no. No,
The
it wasn't.
residuals are more.
Actually, maybe it was like 5 a week. Maybe I got maybe close to 20, but then you take out, agency and
Sure, all that bullshit.
tax stuff.
Yeah.
But you got a residual
just
check
because it
for
was the
20?
first thing, so there's like a not. And when you're, I was out there for like a couple months in Boston doing it, but it was I was at such a beginning stage of it to where I think they could get away with paying
Sure.
less too.
But you got a
but I didn't
residual
care.
check for 25
Yeah,
grand.
and yeah. So
dead.
I mean, I definitely did. I think I took my fam to like a some beach house thing in Seattle and did a whole and rented like bouncy houses for my nieces and nephew.
You
and-
spent all 25.
That's fucking awesome.
a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I bought a lot of weed. Like I had a buddy that I just bought a lot. I always wanted to fantasize about like having a drawer just full of fucking weed.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably dropped $1,000 on fucking a lot of
I
weed.
like that.
And then the trip, and then definitely some shoes, that might have been it.
Nothing that grew in value, I would assume.
No, I'll just quit.
Those sound
Yeah.
investments.
Oh, I went back and got another Sega Saturn just to kind of relive the good old days and see if Star Fox still held up.
They're going to come
It
back,
doesn't.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Very good.
I think I just got one or two more here.
Yeah.
I
let me
think
ask
the
you-
writing's on the wall.
Let me ask you this real quick though.
Please.
Did you guys have Toys R Us shopping sprees thrown in your face as a kid? Did you see commercials for win a Toys R Us shopping spree?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a garbage thing to want to be to fantasize about that or to think like to want that?
I would
Obviously,
want that
Because
now.
rich kids are like, I can get that.
Yeah,
I
that's
can do
the-
that now,
yes,
Jeff.
yeah.
You're gonna taunt a Muppet giraffe in my face and think that's the way I can, right? Like,
Yeah,
I would have loved
remember it
it.
was like 2 minutes with a cart.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
whatever you want.
And you had it strategized. How to
Yes,
maximize
sure.
it. Yeah,
And they would like air them live, I think, like in between the Super Bowl. Well, not that, but it was like I remember
we have to take a commercial break, kick it over to Kitty City.
Presidential inauguration.
Caleb's got 90 seconds.
Yeah.
The Notre Dame game,
Stuffed
baby.
animals, what a rookie mistake! Rookie mistake!
Wait,
they take up too much space in the car!
Bubble
Go for
gum.
the collectibles, Stevie. His parents make like $4 grand a year.
He's so nervous he just goes to the bathroom to take a shit.
The whole family's future's riding on this.
We were gonna sell all these items.
Make sure that cart's got 4 good wheels.
Oh my god.
That and supermarket sweep. You let me go in a supermarket,
know.
I'm cleaning up.
By the way, so funny that-
diapers, baby formula, turkeys.
You commentating all. By the way, just seeing you commentating those things, they should bring those back and have you commentate. That was amazing. Rookie mistake. I can't believe it. Like a younger Dick Vitale over here.
Looks like someone's going straight for the Barbies. Am I right, Johnny? Mom's favorite singer. Do you know?
Oh, Bette Midler. And I met Bette Midler at a holiday party, and
That's pretty
I was
classy.
pretty drunk, and went over to her and
Oh, no.
Oh, here we
and
go.
called
Jesus Christ.
and called and she said what up to my mom. It was amazing.
Oh,
that's
really?
My mom says she wants to come back as Bette Midler in a second life, and I'm like, this is probably the second creepiest thing you've said. But no,
Not
she's,
sure if it
she's
works like
obsessed.
that.
Yeah.
She's obsessed. Yeah, and Sinatra.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Shout
That's
out.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
shout
good.
and the lead singer of Smash Mouth. That actually put him over Sinatra, based on that last video that came out. You see that?
Yeah, what was it? I did see,
Oh,
but
dude,
I
it's
forget
like
it.
him at a college or like
Oh my god!
behind a KFC Taco Bell. It's somewhere.
It's bad.
Kind of seedy, and he's
It's-
just like, it's not just belligerent. Like
He's on the moon.
Yeah, and it's the video. I think they even spliced it up to kind of make it.
Sinatra we're talking about?
Fly me to the
I mean, I know
what?
when him Dean Martin got up to it, but what the fuck?
No, there's a lead singer of Smash Mouth just going for it.
Oh, it was at a winery or like a vineyard type thing.
And he was like spitting QAnon shit. And then
Oh,
halfway
it was.
through, he was just like,
it was incoherent. I think he just took a sip of beer and then like spit it on a woman.
Oh,
too.
that he
Like,
did that
yeah.
too. He did everything you don't want to do in in the Rockstar Handbook.
I think
like,
he forgot the words
Yeah.
to like All Star or something. It was like bad. Yeah,
I could do that right now.
He was like, "Hey, now you're a good guy." It was like,
I think so. What?
All that glitters is the GOP, and they're going to take over.
Pizzagate.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Adam Ray, 100% certified Pacific Northwest garbage.
Yeah, kid is trash.
Well, we fucking love you. That was a
like it.
tale, man.
That was a good one.
Thank you
just
so much for
scratching
being
it.
so open and honest about everything.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Fucking
you guys, man.
absolutely fantastic. What do you got coming up? What do you want the folks out there to know?
Oh man, so today, I don't know when this drops, but December 10th, I'm on this show called Crossing Swords on Hulu that the Robot Chicken guys created. It's me, Seth Green, Tony Hale, Breckenmeyer, Adam Pally, Yvette Nicole Brown.
Love Breckenmeyer.
Yeah, Nicholas Holt. It's a filthy medieval time show, but it's all the stop motion Robot Chicken animation.
Nice.
It's peg people in medieval times, but it's fucking super filthy. It's South Park meets fucking, I don't know, All in the Family. It's a awesome show.
Comes out today.
Comes out today on Hulu. I think all the episodes.
So by the
season
time
2.
this comes out, it'll probably have a episode or two out. People could check it out.
Yeah, and then season 2 of Young Rock. I go back to film that in January. I'm playing Vince McMahon on that show, and then that
Fucking
comes
awesome.
out. It
Crazy.
comes out on March 15th, and then the podcast about last night. Just had on Sandra Bullock and a bunch of
Damn,
other people.
love that
and,
Sandy.
and then,
Woo!
yeah,
Big fan.
yeah, the best. And
Love
then AdamRayComedy.com for tour dates.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. What an episode.
You guys
Kippy,
are a
what do you
treat.
got?
Just at Kevin Ryan Comedy on all social media, Patreon, subscribe to the YouTube, the whole 9 yards. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it.
Gang, we absolutely love you, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye.